Hello and welcome to our live winter solstice meditation and ritual. I am Athena and I am the Kiwi Witch, and I'm so glad to be able to share tonight with you all whenever you get a chance to watch it. I always enjoy the solstice because solstices, they're pretty special to me. They've been celebrated for at least as long as we have written record. And there's a reason why. These times are tipping points when the seasons turn, when it changes from the middle of winter into spring, middle of summer into autumn. It's where we reconcile, integrate, and balance ourselves. At the solstice point, we reconcile where we have come from to date, sort of like doing your books, like balancing your checkbook for the season, for the year, and being accountable for what we've achieved so far. My cat's just joined us. This is Merlin. He's very fluffy in winter. Yeah, it's about looking at where you've gotten with your intentions for the year. What intentions did you set out at the beginning of 2017 when it was the new year? Look back and think about the new year goals you set and think about what you've done to work towards this, what you've manifested, or what challenges and obstacles you might have overcome or you could still be working with. So I'm going to get started fairly promptly. I'm going to start with smudging. I've made this smudge bundle myself, the smoke clearing bundle myself. I expect it to fizz and pop a wee bit just as I'm lighting it because it's got quite a bit of cedar in it. And cedar and pine needles, they have a lot of sort of essential oil still in them even when they're dry, and they can really go and hiss at you. So the cedar is New Zealand cedar. We have a native cedar here, and it's an evergreen, so it's quite appropriate for the winter solstice. And my cat's going to catch his tail in the candle if he's not careful. Have you ever had that burnt fur smell when your familiar has put their tail in your candle accidentally? It's not pleasant, and it lasts for a couple of days. But so here's my smudge, and I've also got some yew in there. Not yew, but YEWU, which is good for honouring ancestors, which is appropriate in the middle of winter. And then I've added some sage for obvious reasons, and I've also just put some heather, a rose, and some other safe to burn flowers in it for personal reasons as well, because obviously we all have little personal things that we do in our rituals. So I'm going to light that now and try and keep my cat out of it while I do so. See how it's fizzing and popping? And just let that really catch on a bit. And then just, oh, there we go. It's like one of those magic candles that don't blow out. And so now, just going to work with that smoke. And some to you. And as I smudge, I just want to talk a little bit about New Zealand as well. We're right down the bottom of the earth here, and we live on beautiful islands. We're so lucky to be here. And while I'm smudging, I just want to give thanks to all the beautiful gods and goddesses of this space, of New Zealand, the sacred keepers of mana, of the power and the spirit that resides here. To all those who hold and contain that mana, I give thanks. To all of the ancestors who are here, we see you and we honour you. We give thanks for all the ways you continue to bless us, with your wisdom, your medicine, your tools, all of the ways we continue to connect with you, ancestor spirits. We give thanks tonight. So now that we've just cleared with a bit of smoke, and I'll just let that sort of smoke beside me for a while, we'll just open a nice quick circle, and as with all ritual, I want you to imagine there is this beautiful beam of white light extending from your right hand, going in a circle, a big circle that includes all of those who watch this video tonight or any time in the future, wherever they may be in the world, and then returning to you right around in your left hand. And when it does, you'll be consciously anchoring the energy of this beautiful circle we're setting tonight. And I'm just going to hold my cat because he's desperate for attention. And also, I'm going to do just a nice wee invocation to the elements to call them in to our circle. Between day and night, we gather and seek the wisdom of the elders and the ancient ones, the ancestors and the guides. We seek the knowledge that we are ready to integrate. This is the hour of magic now. This is the moment of possibility. I call first to the direction of east, the element of air, to the ones who create new life into being. Air, please move us tonight. Guide us to the golden dawn of new possibility where our souls take flight and every aspect of ourselves aligns with infinite potential. We thank you for joining us tonight. Please hear our prayer for safe new beginnings. Next, I can call to the direction of north, element of fire. Fire, move us and guide us to a sacred release of anything we do not need, and allow us to burn clean old limiting beliefs and fears and challenges, and reveal a new face of the future, one in which we find and embrace our full power. We thank you for joining us tonight. Please hear our prayer for sacred clearing and help us embrace the new and shed the old with grace. I call to the direction of west and the element of water. Water, move us and help us flow to a complete reconnection with all of our emotions. Help us be in a state of complete non-resistance to our growth. We thank you for your presence in our circle tonight. Hear our prayer for emotional healing and help us allow what must come and what must go with no resistance based in fear. I call to the direction of south, the element of earth. Earth, ground us, catching us in your deep roots, embracing us in your tree limbs, nurturing us in your moss and grasses, and connecting us with all that has ever been. We thank you for your presence here tonight. Help us to rest more deeply and trust in our own safety, security, and wisdom. So mote it be. It's a big question for anyone who's listening now that our circle is open for the longest night of the year. Well, the second longest. Today's only 1 second shorter than yesterday, and no, 1 second longer than yesterday, the shortest day. And the day before that was only 2 seconds longer than the shortest day. So that's why when I say 36 hours either side, because it comes to such a point of stasis at this time of year, that there's literally 1 or 2 seconds between how short or long the day is. So the big question, now that I'm not distracted, in this coming season, when we're starting to move into longer days and a period of growth, what will you be growing? What are you going to be creating? What is it for you that you are going to bring into being at this point of the Māori New Year? Until you have that question really answered for yourself, it'll be difficult for you to see and to measure your own growth. So I want you to take just a minute now to yourself and maybe comment on here what you're going to be really working towards. Because the universe abhors a vacuum. If you don't set the intention and take up the space in your life, then the universe will work on your behalf, and not always in ways that you expect, and sometimes not in ways that you desire. So by setting goals and by becoming conscious co-creators of our lives, we're helping to direct, I guess, the universal traffic, like a traffic coordinator, like stop, go that way, we're telling the universe not exactly how to work, but we're telling the universe how we want things to move in our lives. And when we direct this universal traffic, then we're showing it which direction is going to serve us the best. And that's where magic lives. It's all about setting those intentions early on and working to manifest it in your life. All magic is about intent and then manifesting and bringing it into the physical plane. So tonight, I'm going to be working with 2 crystals. I'm going to be working with a nice piece of citrine, probably see the yellow in it, and a massive chunk of rose quartz. This is my favorite piece. It's so big. And I'm working with those because ultimately my own personal goals are about creating prosperity for myself and everyone around me on all levels. Prosperity of wealth, prosperity of health, happiness, prosperity of love. And the more prosperous my life is, the more I can contribute to other people's lives and help them become prosperous as well. So it's never selfish to ask for abundance for yourself, because the more you get, the more you're able to give to other people and help them as well. And so now I am going to be lighting my first candle. I'm working with 2 candles tonight. The first one I'm working with is this deep forest green. It's so deep, it's almost black. It connects very deeply with the element of earth and also with midwinter because it reflects the color of the evergreens. And as I light it, I'm giving thanks, extra thanks, for the winter and for the darkness. For without the darkness, there would be no light. Now, I want you to close your eyes, and we're going to do a little bit of visualization. So, I start. And pull up in your minds a winter landscape just before dawn. Imagine frost on the trees and snow on the ground. Imagine your breath creating mist and the clean, crisp air that's cold on your face. And this is a period of dawn with light just beginning to touch the horizon. And as the light begins to form on the horizon, I want you to pull up the vision of what you want to create for the rest of the year, what you want to experience before the end of the year. What is your truest dream? Not what anyone else wants for you, but what you truly want to bring into your own life. This isn't the time to take care of everybody else's needs. This is for you. What do you want this year for the rest of the year? Guides, we call you in and ask you for deep clarity this night for each of us who gather. We ask for complete clarity and balance tonight at the solstice. Pull in and anchor that light on the horizon of your winter landscape as the sun peaks over the horizon and starts rising. Now it is illuminating your dreams. It's illuminating your vision, your courage, your prosperity, your healing, whatever it is that you need. Feel the warmth as the sun breaks over the horizon and shines directly on you. Open yourself up to that solar energy, calling it in every way, shape, and form that feels right to you. And now, as the year reaches its turning point and passes from dark to light, so I am using the dark candle to light a white one, passing the flame from a period of stasis and withdrawal to a time of growth and renewal. And as I do this, I'm giving thanks to the sun and the return of the light, being able to enter the domain of regeneration and growth. Thank you for the turn of the season and the growth that will happen, for the beauty that we will create consciously together. Thank you for the inspiration and the healing that flows through this video as a channel for your development, whoever's watching. And at this point of balance, imagine calling in all the resources you might need now. Call in the people, call in the money you'll need, call in the health you'll need, call in the happiness, the peace, the stability, and the security that you'll need. The time, call in the support, the creativity, and the understanding that you will need. And guides, we call that in tonight. I call these things for myself and for every single person who watches this video tonight or in the future. Every resource and everything I, he, or she, or they may need to create for the rest of the year. Anything. I'm supporting your vision right now. And I'm asking that if it is in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of the collective whole, that your intention tonight, whatever it is, will manifest in perfect form and in perfect time, and it will manifest in ways that will surprise and delight you. And so I bind this blessing that we have done tonight, the blessing that we will receive everything that we seek this night, if it is in perfect alignment with our soul paths. How does that feel? How does it feel to know that you're setting an intention and it's going to grow? In perfect time and in perfect form, and in a way that will remind all of us that magic is real. Everything that you seek is coming to you because it is seeking you. And that's one of the most reassuring parts of magic. So mote it be. May the light continue to serve you, and may you find yourself bathed in the coming days and always. Thank you to the north and the element of fire. We greet you with gratitude and love and look forward to the growth of the coming months. Thank you for attending our circle tonight, and we release you. Thank you to the element of water in the west. We thank you for attending our circle tonight, and we release you. Thank you to the south and the element of earth. We thank you for attending our circle tonight, and we release you. Thank you to the element of air in the east. We thank you for attending our circle tonight, and we release you. So mote it be. And now we release the energy of the circle from the left hand, unwinding all around you and back into your right hand. And when you feel that moment, when it's unwound, it's come right back through the circle and back into you. Just turn your hands upside down and connect down with the ground, sending the excess energy that you've raised into the earth for grounding and manifesting all we've asked for tonight as a gift to Gaia and for the highest good of all. I hope you all go forward and enjoy the return of the sun, even though these days are going to be, for the next month and a half, the coldest of winter. Know that the days are getting longer and the sun is returning. And it's the season now of manifestation. Everything you plan and every intent you set, you can bring into being. So mote it be, and thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Blessed be. Now I have to work out how to switch this thing off.